Hi, my name is Linda Woods and I set up Ireland Walk Hike Bike a long time ago, too many years to even count back to. And I'm the lucky person who also goes out guiding and takes you to all these wonderful locations in Ireland that I adore. An awful lot of you ask us about what kind of gear should you bring when you're coming on a holiday in Ireland. So I've come down here to Landers, our local shop here in Tralee, and Marisa is going to help me explain to you the type of gear that we need.
So the first thing you need is boots, and they're essential for Ireland because it can be wet and mucky underfoot sometimes. So recommend a Gore-Tex boot, leather Gore-Tex boot with good ankle support. You need a good grippy sole. Now you can identify that if there's deep lugs in the boot, and also you feel a grippy sole is a bit softer to the touch. Now that is very important. Waterproofness is very important, and a good, stable, solid ankle support is very important. You'll be surprised now how soft and comfortable some of the Gore-Tex leather boots are these days. Like this is the Berghaus Super Light, and it's a very comfortable boot. But should you want something softer, well then textile Gore-Tex is a good option, okay? It is relatively waterproof, it's good for tracks and trails, but what you need to look out for is that your sole is up to the job. So perhaps when you're buying the shoe, it's worth asking the professional in store if the sole will be good enough for the adventure you plan to undertake.
Okay, so with the fabric boots in particular, the sole is the important thing to watch for.
Yeah, it's important that it has a good grip and that it's up to the job. Socks are very important. The first thing you don't want to do is you don't want to wear cotton socks because they will keep your feet wet and uncomfortable and make you susceptible to blisters. So really, ideally, what you need is a wick-away sock. Like a merino wool blend is very good, or synthetic fabric. A nice bit of cushioning underfoot also helps, and it will help keep you dry and comfortable and make sure you don't get blisters. Now when you are trying on a pair of boots, they're made for all different shapes and sizes, okay? So take the time to try on many pairs of boots until you find the one that suits your particular foot shape.
And do I have to leave space in the boot? You know, because I'm going walking, should I leave
That
space?
is an excellent question, Linda. It's very important. When you walk for a period of time, your foot can swell up to half a size. Now, if you try on the boot when your foot is rested, and the boot is just fitting you, then when you go walking for a few hours, it will be tight and uncomfortable. So it's important, sometimes as a rule of thumb, we say maybe leave half a size of space in the boot. Also, if you have it too big, it can be equally problematic because your foot can move around in the shoe and cause blisters and abrasions. So really, when you're buying the pair of boots, seek advice from somebody like myself in store to make sure you are getting a good fit. When a boot is new and it has to be worn in, you can pull it pretty tight just to make sure that it molds around your ankle. It's also worth considering, Linda, when you're buying a pair of boots, especially if they're a heavier pair of boots, to take some time to break them in. If you go on a long walk with a heavier pair of boots, you can run into blisters and trouble like that. So
wearing them in beforehand is really important.
Short walks for an hour or so to wear in the boots. If you're going walking the next day before purchasing your boots and you haven't time to break them in, then get a soft, comfortable pair of boots.
Okay.